It's me, Mitch Murphy, the Red-Pilled Rapper on thoughtcrimes.ca. Welcome back to another episode of the Red-Pilled Rapper Show on the Jack Clausen Radio Network. And I do believe that this episode is going to make it all the way to frickin' YouTubes, man, because I got some serious stuff to get into today, man. But first, a word from my sponsor, and that sponsor's name is Miss Fortune Cookie. Miss Fortune Cookie. His name is David Kopp. Look him up on Facebook, man. He is the man. He sells these fun little Miss Fortune cookies where he writes custom jokes. You tell him what you want him to write jokes about, and he'll write it. Otherwise, he's got hundreds of preset cookies, and it's like a fortune cookie. You break it open, and there's a joke inside. Can you believe it? It's almost like those double bubble hubba bubba bubblegum treats that you used to get with the little jokes inside, but they're actually funny. They're actually funny, man. David Kopp used to run the entire comedy scene in Kelowna. He used to run Dakota's Pub, and everybody knows Dakota is home of comedy. But thanks to this big spooky bad man fear virus named Commie Henry, it's all been shut down, man, and he is jobless. But Dave is a great man, and if any of you have heard my episode called Legalized Comedy, you would know he's a legend, man. He's an absolute legend. He's the best. We love him. He's dope. He's the man. And that's why he didn't just belly up, you know what I mean? He started this company called Miss Fortune Cookies, and if you go to missfortunecookies.ca, or if you look him up on Facebook, order some of these cookies, man. They're very reasonably priced. They're awesome. And if you say to him in either a message or when you order them or whatever, just say, "Have you heard of the Red-Pilled Rapper?" You will receive 10% off whatever you're ordering, man. And you can order thousands if you want. You could order hundreds of thousands if you want. You could even order, an infinite amount. I was about to make a nasty joke, but we're going to be on YouTube today, so I can't. Normally when I'm just on D-Live, I pop off, I get crazy, but on the YouTubes, I got to watch my mouth a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, I bring to you the Red-Pilled Rapper Show on thoughtcrimes.ca. Now, we are on the Jack Clausen Radio Network. And anybody who knows the Jack Clausen Radio Network, let me just test the mic one more time. Oh, I sound good. I sound high energy. I sound high tea. I sound like an alpha male, man. I sound like, an alpha male with a fake gold watch with real diamonds. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about, boy. Now, to kick this episode off, we're going to play a little game called Can You Spot the Red-Pilled Rapper? Can you spot him? Can you see him? Because I know I can. I'm standing with a large group of health experts, man. I wanted to hang out with them that day. Usually I hang out on the other side, but I was hanging out with the health experts that day. As you can see in this Castanet post, that's the Red-Pilled Rapper there, taking some footage, man, getting some juicy footage that you're about to see, man. Because you know what, dude? The media in my town, they are, and pretty much every town, right? But they are, a lot of them are hacks. A lot of them are like real major hacks, dude. If there's something that goes against the narrative, if they're not lying about you, they're trying to make you look bad with ad hominem attacks. That's what it is, dude. Like, if they interview one of us, me, but if they interview one of us, like if one of us is willing to talk to them, like if they're able to trick us and trap us, if they don't get anything that they can take out of context and make you look bad with, again, me, because I'm big brain, I'm smart, then what they'll do is what's called an ad hominem attack. An ad hominem attack is attacking the character of the person making an argument as opposed to the argument that they are in fact making. And, we all do it. I'm guilty of it. Everyone's guilty of it. But it's just what it is. It's like we are members of the community and we are concerned with what's happening in our community. And what better thing to do if you're concerned about what the local officials are doing in your community than protest? What else do you want me to do, man? I'm a plumber. I don't have time to file lawsuits. I don't have time to do things like that. I'm just what I'm going to do is with my free time, I'm going to make a sign, Liberate Canada, and I'm going to go yell at traffic. Well, I don't know. To me, that's what I thought you're supposed to do. But apparently, the Boomer Patrol is on high alert these days, man. But, I've got some very interesting footage, man. And I got to be honest, dude, I spent a lot of time with the anti-protesters, and they helped me see things in a different perspective that I hadn't really thought of before, man. And I hate, to be a flip-flopper, right? But these guys had some good points, man. And I've been listening to the radical hug enthusiasts, and their sides, right? Which is against the mainstream narrative. And I've kind of bought into it for a long time, but there's people like Heather Friesen on the other side that they're just dedicated to the research, man. They're dedicated to the research and they're dedicated to getting the correct information out to the people, man. And man, some of the stuff these guys were saying really, really made me look at, the other side than what I have in the past called normies, in a different light. Listen to this clip. Like, man, tell me she doesn't have a good point, man. How's the sound there? Oh yeah, it sounds good. Yeah, dude, she's got a serious point. She's got a really good point, man. I never actually thought of it that way, but you know, I opened my mind and I heard her out, man. Heather Friesen, this lady who's been organizing the counter protests, like you guys know, right? I'm very strong in my convictions. I'm very opinionated, but when I hear things like this, it makes me see it in a new light, man.
With this deep-seated passion, everything I have in my body, fuck you! I don't need it.
Like, man, you know, she makes a good, solid argument. Like, what do you want me to say, dude? And she was willing to risk her health by going barefaced for, you know, a solid 25 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, she's taken a major risk with her health just to get her, you know, health expert advice out to us, dude. And I commend it. I commend it, you know? Like, it takes guts to do something like that, to just go barefaced into the wind like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's intense, dude. It's intense. And it's like, I've been so committed to the other side when I should have just had an open mind. So I'm going to go over, I got lots of footage to go over with you guys. And like, it's not up to me to tell you what to think. You know, I've had a real change of heart, like, to the point where, dude, even things like the social credit score, you know what I mean? These butt swabs coming out of China, like, they don't seem so crazy to me now because, you know, Heather Friesen explained the science to me in such a way that how can I not change my mind? You know what I mean? So let's go over some of the footage. Cause you know, there's like this maniac across the street. His name's David Lindsay. And, you know, he's got his own science that he's, you know, and his own thoughts and his own opinions. And, you know, a lot of us, we don't agree with everything that he says, but, you know, we all agree with like the freedom of choice, like my body, my choice, you know, stuff like that. Like, you know, just the idea that you can't you can't do these blanket mandates because we're all different, man. We're all individuals. You know what I mean? Like some people have a panic attack if they wear a mask. You know what I mean? And some people will kill themselves if you isolate them for too long. You know what I mean? And for some people, too long is 2 weeks. And for some people, too long is 4 days. Everybody's different. You know what I mean? So that's just where David Lindsay's coming from. But after hearing some of the you know, the alternative arguments from these health experts that showed up, I'm starting to see it in a different light. But let's go over some of the footage. Like, thank goodness they were there to silence, you know, the other side from talking. Otherwise, I might have fallen under the radical hug enthusiast spell. You know what I mean? And we don't want that. I mean, like, what are we supposed to do? Listen to dissenting opinions that sound different than the people on the news? Like, man, that's crazy. We'd all, you know, a society would fall apart if we had our own thought patterns. Are you kidding me? That's crazy, man. Thank goodness for these health experts.
Is it so?
Now, these radical hug enthusiasts, you know, as misguided as they are, they've got, you know, they're fairly nice people a lot of the time. Like, look at that sign. Verbal and physical violence, aggressive behavior, foul language, and disrespect will not be tolerated. Protest in peace or go home. It's a good point, you know what I mean? It's a good point, but it's not enough to bring me back to your side, you radical hug enthusiasts. You guys are crazy. No more fear? Where would we be without fear? How would we do everything that we're told? How is it possible that without fear, we could all just get in line and all wear the same thing, think the same thing, do the same thing? Without fear as a tool, we would never just, you know, stand on the dots. You know, we would never isolate in our homes. We would be out chasing our dreams and doing crazy stuff like that. Thank goodness these guys were here to yell at us.
I'm an anarchist, you dumb shit.
4.5 letters, man. I'm coming down. If you're an anarchist, you wouldn't be standing on that side of the street.
So, you know, one of the radical hug enthusiasts says back, if you were an anarchist, you would be on the other side of the street. And I think where he's coming from is that because anarchism is, you know, basically liberation, right? That's right. And anarchism has a negative connotation, but if you do any reading or if you listen to Michael Malice, if you do any of these things, you'll know that anarchism is actually just very, you know, it's very similar with libertarianism, right? Like they kind of coincide together, and that's me, right? I'm Mr. Libertarian, but now I'm a health expert because I listen to Heather Friesen. So, I think where he's coming from on the other side of the street is that, you know, in an anarchist society, I don't think you would really have, the government mandating what you wear, what you see, what you hear, what you do, where you go, how you do it. You know what I mean? I don't think they would be mandating things like that. So I think that's where he's coming from. But this guy's obviously an expert over on the anti-protester side. So I'm just going to side with him, I guess, because he obviously is big brain.
An anarchist that knows how to not catch COVID. It's possible.
See, man, points like that. Like, what do you want me to say? Of course I'm going to end up on their side, man. They know what they're talking about.
What? What? What?
It's a good point, man. It's a good point.
How free are you when you're on a ventilator, you dumb?
So that woman's sign said, "Thank you, Bonnie Henry, for preventing lockdown." Which is interesting because these people, like the science that they've brought to the table is that lockdowns work, masks work, because they actually have completely eradicated the seasonal flu. So, obviously they work. The problem is that nobody's following the guidelines. That's why we have such a massive spread of COVID, and that's why we need to find protesters, is because nobody's following these guidelines and they're spreading the virus all around. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so obvious when you talk to these health experts what's really going on. You know what I mean? And like, thank goodness for Commie Henry that she would shut down every small business and keep the corporate ones open. Otherwise, we might be able to like spread out into like smaller groups and go to, various different businesses and keep mom and pop alive. You know what I mean? But now we get to just consolidate all our money to Costco. You know what I mean? Which is great. I love these big corporations, man. I love these multinational corporations because they're all for free trade. You know what I mean? They pump money into China, and everybody knows that China loves us. You know what I mean? China loves the world, and they just want the best for us, man. That's why they're on the human rights, the human rights board with Saudi Arabia. Yay science, yay vaccines. So that guy started the counter-protest movement, as far as I know. And dude, like it's funny because I do think, as much as I'm on these guys' side now, because I've had a complete change of heart, I've done a full 180. It is interesting that nobody on the other side of the street doesn't want him to get his vaccine. And I feel like that's relevant. Like, I gotta play devil's advocate a little bit for the radical hug enthusiast, but I think that's relevant. Nobody wants to stop him. Not one person in that crowd wants to stop him from getting his vaccine, so I don't see the problem. See the cops there too, eh?
What? What? What?
So that's my friend right there. I'm not going to say her name, but Corona. Her name is irrelevant, but her sign says Heather Friesen is anti-freedom, and then the other one says heart hugs. And, she's got a point. She's got a point that Heather Friesen is anti-freedom because nobody on that side of the street actually wants to tell these people what to do. You know what I mean? Like, if these people believe that the science says that isolating and sanitizing and masking and vaccinating, that all these things are the only way to deal with corona, nobody on that side of the street wants to stop them. Not one person that wants to tell these people what to do.
What?
All you're doing is saying what and
What? What?
Yeah. There it is.
Yes, look at me, I'm beautiful.
He's trolling you. That guy with the megaphone is a...
You hear her, guys? She's going, go home and hug your family. Man, where's the science in that? Come on, show me science that hugs are healthy for you. Show me some science that says that human connection is healthy for you. Where is it? Where are the papers, man? I need the document. My name's Alex Jones. I need the documents. Give me the documents.
What?
That dude's so happy.
What?
Fascinating stuff, man. These guys know their science. They really do, man.
Literally half of you look like you're on life alert. You should probably wear a mask.
It's a great point, man. It's a great point, like the best thing, dude, for anybody who's looking for debating advice, the best thing you can do is call somebody old and stupid. Thank you for the lemon there, Taco. I appreciate you, man. the best thing you can do is, call somebody old, attack their appearance. It's great, man. That's, it was through some of these, you could call them insults. Through them calling me names is really what made me go to the other side of the street and join their team. You know what I mean? Because that's science, man. These guys are obviously health experts. They know way more than these radical hug enthusiasts, man.
Excuse me, what's that, Karen? Karen, can you please speak up, Karen?
Yeah, man, this guy makes me proud to be a health expert. You know what I mean? He really does, dude. And, you know what the best part about being a health expert is that you don't actually have to do any reading. You don't have to do any research. You just, man, all the information is given to you through government-funded media. It's so much easier, man. I used to go on to, medical documents, and I used to go into, all these deep rabbit holes looking at, what Bonnie Henry actually said, and where all the deaths are, and, what percentages of people are dying that weren't dying before the COVID diagnosis, and how many cycles are in the PCR test. I used to do all this reading, man, and, now, dude, I have so much more time to whack off to free porn and watch cuties on Netflix, thanks to guys like this giving me this information, man. I love being a normie, dude. I'm just, overdosing on blue pills today. I feel great.
Why not? There's bacteria in your brain worm.
Nice, man. I love it. He's got a great point.
Over there and over here.
Yeah, man, honestly, it feels good. It feels good to be, a blue-pilled Trudeau supporter, Chi-Com takeover supporter. It feels good, man. I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying it on the normie side. I was having a good time with these people. You know what I mean? Now, this one I'm going to skip through because it's about 7 minutes long, and I know it's a little extensive. You know what I mean? All you blue-pilled people out there, you're probably itching to watch the next episode of Ozarks. You know what I mean? Like me, or playing video games.
You're asking who pays me while you propagate propaganda from oil billionaires.
Now that's interesting, because I would think that, oil billionaires might actually want consolidation of big business. I don't mean to criticize, you know what I mean? This guy's an expert, trust the expert, right? But, yeah, that one kind of threw me off.
Money is amazing.
There's Heather. She's laughing. See, we're having a good time. We're full of love over here on the diaper face side. You know what I mean? I'm proud to wear my diaper in public.
Collectivists, we would have all just died in the woods. You realize creating a society is literally the only good thing humans do.
Yeah. What else have humans done? You know what I mean? Other than collectivizing and consolidating power to a small corporate class of elite people that really love us and really care about us and want the best for us, what else have humans done that's positive? You know what I mean? That's it. This guy's, trust the experts, man.
Compare us to a bunch of fucking animals like we're useless on our own.
Yeah, dude. And you know what the best part is there's a bunch of young families on the other side. You know what I mean? A lot of people like to bring their 8-year-old kids because the kids like to hang around barefaced and play, and, they play tag and they hang out, and everybody's having a good time. And so it's really nice of this guy to, yell things like that at these, families. That's cool. Fuck off. Nice one. That's a good one. Oh, good one, Heather. Nice work. Double middle finger. Yeah, dude. These people are obviously on a propaganda machine. You know what I mean? These guys have... I can barely keep this up, man. I'm about to break the fourth wall. Corona. Oh. Let's rewind the tape a little bit here.
I am a communist. At least I actually own it, unlike you fucking neo-fascists.
Did he just say that? Did he just say what I think he just said? Did he just say, I'm a commie, I'm a fucking communist? Is that what this guy just said?
I'm at least honest about my opinion. I don't got a dog whistle.
That's fascinating. Huh. I wonder if him being a communist has anything to do with big government deciding who's essential and who's not. I wonder if that might play a fucking role in him supporting the Chi-Com takeover, for the Chinese communists coming into our country, implementing social credit score systems and implementing butt swabs. I wonder if that plays a role. Trust the experts. Trust the experts.
Every aspect of what you say is wrong. All you do is hypocrisy and projection.
Look at Heather, man. Dude, Heather is like this broken person who obviously has no control in her own life. She probably hates her husband. Sorry, that's rude, but she probably hates her husband and she probably hates her life, and that's why she loves this authoritarianism, man. These people are all the same. They're all the same, dude. They're powerless in their own lives and they have no love in their heart, and so they have to come out here and yell obscenities at good people who just want to be free, that just want our government to uphold the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, man. These people make me sick. I'm sorry, dude. I gotta break the fourth wall. I can't keep this up, man. These people, like, they honestly make me sick. These communist sympathizing, like, out of shape, disgusting people need to come out here and do this shit, man, when all we're trying to do is voice our opinion. You know what I mean? And you know what? Fair enough. That's all they're doing too. But dude, they're disgusting people, man. You come over to our side, you'll meet people that aren't great. You know what I mean? And catch me on the wrong day. I'm not great either. Case in point right now. But man, these people are sick in the head, man. They're sick in the head and they want to control your life, man. And if you guys let the government keep pushing these mandates, you're going to get people like this in power. Because people like this get raving reviews by our media. And it's global. It's global. It's like this everywhere, man. It's like this everywhere. People like this will get a glowing review on your news stations, and then they'll get put into office. You know what I mean? And videos like this will never get shown, man. And this channel is going to get pulled off YouTube. That's why I'm on thoughtcrimes.ca. That's why I signed up with a maniac like Jack, you know what I mean, who I love. I don't want to disparage Jack at all. But that's why I signed up with a maniac like Jack who says, like, these god-awful things, man. He's like a straight-up 1990s shock jock Howard Stern-style radio host. That's why I signed up with him, because he's got his own infrastructure, because he knows what this censorship is, and it's from the devil, and it's from communists like these people, man.
It's really, really trite.
Gonna fast forward a bit here.
Do you think you're big and important with your tiny little camera? Do you think I give a shit you're recording me? What do you think you're accomplishing? Nothing.
Nice. Real nice, dude.
Did I threaten you?
Do you hear these people, man? They're like, get the fuck out of here. Like, these people are brutal. Like, man, the people on my side, the radical hug enthusiasts, like, dude, I've seen them say nasty stuff to the media. And the worst I've seen is I've seen people be rude to those wearing masks, you know, especially in Vancouver. But that's because in Vancouver there's larger numbers, so, you know, you get larger numbers of any movement, of any group, there's gonna be more assholes, you know what I mean? So, like, that is relevant. But with that being said, man, we don't talk to anybody like that. I've never seen anybody talk to anyone like that in my movement once. Once, man. And dude, I'm a flawed man. Anybody who watches my channel, anybody who listens to my show knows I'm a flawed person, and I'm wrong about certain things, and I screw up, and sometimes I misspeak. But dude, I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. No, I've never heard anybody in my movement talk to anyone like that.
Get on your side. So you're a communist?
All right, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit here. You know what's funny about them yelling stalker at my friends is that woman, Heather Friesen, and her crew, they, like, border, you know, stalkers, to stalk is like probably too harsh of a word, but they go all over social media and they figure out where the convoy starts, because what my friends do is they all meet together with their cars, they put flags all over their things, and they have like fun sirens and stuff, and they meet somewhere and they drive to the rally together, so that they drive past and they honk and everybody's excited. We're all having fun, spreading the love. And they like find where they meet and they like glare at them when they meet up, dude. And like that, if anyone's a stalker, like that's it. I'm not calling her a stalker. You know, I'm not genuinely not, but I am saying if anybody's exhibiting stalker behavior, okay, that's her. Sorry, man. I'm trying to relax. Oh.
Hell yeah, man, keep up mustacheism.
Hell yeah, I'm Antifa. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting, man? Very, very interesting. Antifa, that is, you know, a communist organization. They call themselves anarcho-communists, which is hilarious, man. I've never seen more of an oxymoron. You know what I mean? We're like, we want anarchy, but we want a daddy state to take care of us and give us money all the time and steal it from people who work hard.
Wow! Holy shit! Are you pro-fascism? No! Hey, come here! Are you pro-fascism? What's
Dude, the way he walks. Can we just look at the... It's like he doesn't have any knees. Okay, ad hominem attack. I'm attacking the person, not the argument, but it's hilarious. Look at his legs.
fascism? Wow! Holy shit! Are you pro-fascism? No! Hey, come here! Are you pro-fascism?
Could those pants get any tighter? Okay, this is my last ad hominem, man, because I'm totally attacking this person, not his argument right now, but like, could those pants get any tighter, dude? Like, holy smokes, man. Like, he's got no oxygen in his brain, and he's got no blood flow in his legs. This dude's gonna fall apart by the time he's 40.
If you're not Antifa, you're pro-fascist.
Pro-fascist? Okay, alright, okay, fourth wall is blown wide open. I can't be Mr. Funny Man Red Pill anymore, man, because this is too brutal. This is too fucking brutal, man. Corona, dude, fascism is, okay, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but is fascism not having big business and government in bed together? Is that not what that is? What else do you call it when the government decides that small business is non-essential and big global corporations are essential? What else do you call it? What else do you call it, man? That's it. That's what, these are the fascists, okay? Like, do you get it yet? Do you get it yet? These people that call themselves anti-fascist are always the fascists, man. And like, the people on the other side of the street, they just want freedom, man. We want this guy to be able to believe in fascism, believe in communism, believe in anarchism. We want him to be able to believe whatever he wants. You know, we want him to be able to hold these rallies across the street. We want him to be able to do everything. You know what I mean? But like, these people want to tell me what to do. They want to tell me that I'm not allowed to go to church because church is tax exempt. And they want to funnel everybody into Costco, man. These people are like demons.
No fascism allowed here. If you think Antifa's an insult, you are a fascist sympathizer.
That's hilarious. That's so hilarious. These people are like such little brain Don Lemon style thinking, man. They're like, it's called anti-fascist. They're just against fascism. Like, they actually think it's that simple. They're like, it's called Black Lives Matter. What's the problem? And they don't think about the fact that, like, Black Lives Matter burns down entire city blocks and courthouses and police precincts. You know what I mean? And that it, like, Antifa is like this dangerous organization. And dude, this guy is such a pussy. I highly doubt he's part of any Antifa organization. You know what I mean? I don't even know if, like, how structured they are in Canada. But dude, this guy is like such a giant pussy. Standing there with Heather Friesen across the street, yelling at children and yelling at people for wanting to legalize church and legalize hugging and legalize facial expressions. Like, these people are so pathetic, man.
Literally that simple.
Fast forward here. And that's David Lindsay across the street, if anyone's wondering, that's talking there.
Who would comply? Who would be stupid enough to just do what they're told?
You hear Dave over there? Who would be stupid enough to just do what they're told? And I'm like standing over there right now, man. I'm standing over there with these people. I'm just... I'm standing over with the people who not only are they stupid enough to just comply, they're stupid enough to form a protest, in hopes that we'll be fined for protesting, or maybe even taken away for protesting. It's just hilarious, man. The whole thing is incredible.
Without doing any research whatsoever.
The irony is amazing. You are literally so beyond parody.
So, some people like getting told what to do.
I'm an anarchist.
He goes, some people like being told what to do. This guy gets so buttered.
They were carrying a sign. And you look at the people with goggles and masks down on the highway. Never seen it before. And look at us.
Only government stooges wear seatbelts. It's a big conspiracy to make you wear seatbelts. Prove your freedom by not wearing any seatbelts.
Man, we just got owned with facts and logic. What else can I say? You know what I mean? Owned.
That's how fucking stupid you sound.
Dude, what's incredible about these people that wear the diaper all day is how much they touch it. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, scratching my nose and stuff, and that's my thing. Like, get out, because I'm not worried about germs. But man, like, these people, they just they touch it. They touch it, they touch it, they touch it all day, every day. And that was one of the first things Dr. Fauci said when anybody asked him about the diaper face, man, is he said, well, we there's no reason to be walking around with a mask on, because all you're going to do is touch it and adjust it, And like later he said, I lied. He goes, I lied because we didn't want everyone to buy the masks, you know what I mean, and short them for the healthcare workers. That was what he came back with later, which is, okay, cool. So you'll lie for the greater good, and there's nobody cares. Everybody's looking around like I was anyway, like nobody cares. He just told us he lied. Like, man, that's the thing, is a lot of these people, and I exclude Dr. Fauci from this, but a lot of these people, a lot of these health officials, they think that they're lying for the greater good. Sorry, Thought Crime Alert, Jack Lawson Radio Network, but that's what they believe, man. That's what they believe. That's why, if you talk to a nurse, man, if you ask that, works in the COVID ward or works in the hospital, if you ask them, is the hospital packed? They'll lie, because they think it's for the greater good, because they think that by, and I'm not even saying that every nurse is gonna boldface lie, but they're, first of all, they're not allowed to tell you, which red flag number one. But the other thing, dude, is they'll minimize it, or they'll be like, well, since we've been following, because of the protocols, we haven't been overrun yet, or they'll be like, oh, yeah, we're way overrun, our hospital's packed, and you'll be like, yeah, how many COVID patients? They're like, a couple. It's all overdoses and alcoholism patients, lockdown victims, I call them.
You have no friends. That's a lie.
Some more expert health advice coming in here. You hear that, genius? He goes, I would never hug you. I'm right in there with him. It was surreal for me to just stand there. That was so weird. I'm just among all the health experts, you know what I mean? Just chilling with them,
World Health Organization comes up with this alleged pandemic, and everybody else just follows. In Italy, when they had the alleged massive amount of cases back earlier this year, they were doing 45 cycles. That's why they picked up so many people. That allegedly had COVID.
Okay, here's my crown and joy, major achievement of the day is this clip. But try to understand that what David Lindsay just said, and I have not fact-checked this. I have not, okay? But just understand the dynamic here. David Lindsay just said that the alleged COVID spike that we saw in Italy was due to them doing 45 cycles of the PCR test. Okay, I'm going to rewind it a little bit. Just listen to him, and then watch how she reacts when she hears that. Maybe it's because it's true. I don't know. I haven't done my research. Could it be? Could it be?
In Italy, when they had the alleged massive amount of cases back earlier this year, they were doing 45 cycles. That's why they picked up so many people. That allegedly had COVID.
With a deep-seated passion, everything I have in my body, fuck you! I don't need it.
Dude, what a mess. What a mess. I don't think I've ever been that upset by anything. Dude, I don't think I've ever been that upset. Dude, I don't think I've been that upset over anything in my life. Man, just rips the mask off. Just is bellowing rage. And then Corona, our Antifa buddy goes, do you want to use this? And she goes, gets her big boy pants on. She goes, I don't need it. She's fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger or Bruce Willis or something. Dude, That clip kills me, man. It kills me.
Yes, I am a commie. I am glad to come explain to you what communism actually is.
Because he's on the right side of the street. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, he is. He's.
Feel free to ask any questions. And capitalism is a fucking joke. You literally don't know anything, and it's kind of funny. If it was for all the people you endanger.
Can you spot the Redpill rapper? Oh wait, you actually can. Sorry. Oh, it got flipped. What the heck?
And you're just being your best to change that, aren't you, buddy?
What the heck's going on here? There it is. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Hold on. Okay, hold on. We gotta take a look at this sign. So that sign says, "Darwin, please hurry." Like, dude, it's amazing the contrast, man. And obviously this is a hit piece. You know what I mean? And this comes from a place where I'm not trying to be an objective journalist right now. But it's because, man, we feel so attacked on our side that, like, dude, they will strive. They will work so hard to make us look bad, and they'll just slander too, man. They'll call us white nationalists. They'll scare the shit out of the public by, like, just trying so hard to make people think that this is some kind of like white nationalist movement or something. Like, it's unbelievable, man. That we're like these bad, angry people that hate the public and don't believe in any science. But dude, like, these people, Darwin, please hurry. Like, man, maybe next time you'll get an actually deadly virus. You know what I mean? And then maybe Darwin will hurry up. But right now, you're the one that's, like, asphyxiating yourself. I don't know if he's into, like, autoerotic asphyxiation or not, but, like, he's the one that's restricting his breathing while he's outside. He's outside. Who are you saving, dude? Who are you saving? Like, you're gonna cut off all that blood flow to your brain quicker than we're gonna, like, die of coronavirus, man. Because I happen to know I've got a 99.97% chance of being just fine. You know what I mean? Of being just fine. I don't know about you, dude, because you're kind of pudgy and you got a diaper on your face. Roasted. Consider yourself roasted. And okay, also though, I gotta rewind again. Sorry, guys. That one homeboy there, that one guy. So that guy there, he's cool, man. He's cool. Him and I talk like every week. He's actually a great dude. He's wrong, but he's actually a really nice guy as far as I can tell. I'm hoping to go for coffee with him. Dude, these people are like literally yelling across the street, like, "You're ugly." It's like, fuck.
You don't. You literally just lie.
We're the ones that have the information. We are the ones that have the knowledge.
Lies.
He's like trying to talk shit across the street. He's like, "Boo, boo." He sounds like the adults in Charlie Brown, dude. He's like, "Boo, boo, boo, boo." Fucking.
Random Facebook articles aren't proof. Show me a single peer-reviewed study that you actually backs up anything you say. Not just some random articles.
Oh, dude, I'm glad I lightened up. I'm sorry I crap my pants, you guys, but it does make me mad. And I try to just laugh it off, but man, like, these people want control, and they love it, man. They love it because they get to yell at people in the grocery store, like, "Where's your mask?" You know, these people, dude, they're just authoritarian sympathizers that have no control in their own life, you know, and like, so they got to come out here and yell at us because we want our freedom back. Like, dude, okay. And I'm trying to paint a picture here too. Keep in mind, like, obviously I'm biased, as you've seen. My worldview is like, oops, your worldview is showing Corona, but like, I'm trying to paint you a picture that it, like, is very different than what you've been told, man. So this was taken by Castanet, and I gotta give Castanet some credit, dude. They actually did like a half-decent report this time. Like, obviously, you know, I think like, for as much as they attack us, it would make sense for them to highlight Heather being all crazy. But they did, you know, they did show Heather doing the double middle finger, and they put this one up, and then they showed one of our guys in a MAGA hat, and it was pretty balanced, man. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like a horrible article, but like, Look at that picture, man. Look at that picture. Defund mainstream media. We are all essential. Positive PCR test means you're a normal, healthy human being. Buy local or buy local and liberate Canada. Can you spot the red pill rapper? Like, man, like, we're good people, okay? And, like, you don't have to agree with us, but, man, I really, really wish. Does that sign look familiar? I really wish, man, that we wouldn't get so much hate from the public. And we don't, to be fair. When we're out at these rallies, man, we get so many honks. So many people love us. We get so many thumbs up. So many people that drive by. Like, one guy literally stopped in the middle of the street on the last weekend, and he goes, I really appreciate what you guys are doing. And then he drove off. It's, like, so nice. You know what I mean? There's all these signs for, like, free hugs. There's, like, all this positivity going on, and then there's this.
Fuck you! With the virus, eating our death.
With the deep-seated passion, everything I have in my body. Fuck you! I don't need it.
Dude, like, how broken of a person do you have to be to do that over a dissenting opinion? You know what I mean? Like, I get it. She probably has people close to her that got affected by corona. You know what I mean? But, like, dude, like, your struggle does not mean that we don't get to have an opinion. You know what I mean? Because we've been through struggle too. Like, spoiler alert, some of us have been through big struggle, man. And, like, mental health is a real thing. And when I say this, by the way, it's not even me. Like, I do, like, it is to an extent, but there's people affected by it way more than me. There are people that, like, just suffer through mental anguish when they put this muzzle on their face, man. It hurts them. It causes visceral harm. And it makes them unhealthier because of all the anxiety and all the pain and the trauma that is, like, you know, post-traumatic stress disorder. Like, these things are real. These things are real. And people like this that I'm standing with on that side of the street used to give a shit, man. They used to care. And, or at least they used to pretend to care. I don't know what happened, man. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. It's just such a big mess. Now I've got a bunch of other footage that, I'm gonna try to put at the end of this for the YouTubes, because right now I'm live onto live. If you guys want to see cool stuff like this, it's you know, on the Jack Clausen Radio Network. We got a bunch of cool people in the chat right now. We got Taco Junkie. Thanks for donating, dude. We sure appreciate you, man. It goes a long way. It really does. And we got Paulin MD as a new follower. Thanks for coming in, dude. Sorry, you Brand. Yeah, I love the stuff you're putting in the chat and going back and forth with Taco Junkie. You guys are awesome. You guys are the best. I don't have time to go over all of it because we got the Jack Clausen show up next, man. We got the Jack Clausen show, Corona. But man, like, understand that Corona. Understand that, like, people that go to protests are super dramatic, and they're generally a very extreme version of what a lot of people generally align with. You know what I mean? So, like, on my side, I talk to the general public. Most of them are, like, you know, mealy mouth. They're meek. And they'll say things like, yeah, we shouldn't have any more lockdowns. I don't want any more curfews, but, like, the mask mandates make sense because it keeps us safe. You know, a lot of people think that. And so because they're a moderate, they don't feel compelled to come out and yell at traffic on the weekend. You know what I mean? But there are a ton of people that if they had to stand on one side of the street, they would stand on my side. And there are a lot of people that do trust the experts, that do trust the science, that would, you know, think that the way Heather's acting is deplorable and disgusting and horrible and evil, and she should grow up instead of being like a grown-up baby having a temper tantrum because somebody disagrees with her. You know what I mean? That's like most people. I would probably even the majority of people in the city of Kelowna, probably most people, that's how they feel. And if not, it's like got to be 50-50. I don't know. I do think the tides are turning a little bit. I think people are starting to see that these mandates aren't going away, and they're seeing people get put into concentration camps when the official statement from our state-funded media was that the idea of forced isolation COVID camps was dangerous misinformation. Does anybody remember that? Does anybody remember when those articles came out that that's dangerous misinformation and it's not true and that it's a conspiracy theory? It's true, man. It's true. If you haven't seen the stories yet, you don't got to do much digging, dude. They're on Google. They're out there. People are getting, like, scooped up and put in vans, and they don't tell their families where they're bringing them, and they hold them up for 2 weeks. And some of these places, too, man, they put you in there against your will, and you have to pay $2,000. It's incredible, man. It's absolutely incredible. So, thanks for tuning in, you guys. I'm just going to show you some more of the expert health advice that Heather Friesen had for us.
With the a deep-seated passion! Everything I have in my body! Fuck you! I don't need it.
She's got a point, man. She's got a point.
Yes.
What do you want me to say? She's got a point. But you know what, man? Serious props to Castanet. And it's a low bar. It's a really low bar, man. I think they could have done a lot better in the realm of like what journalism should be. But man, I gotta give credit where credit's due. The article they put out was not that bad. And the article I'm talking about, if you guys want to read it, is right here. Because I could tell like they were making some semblance of effort to kind of show both sides. And I hope that they were kind of freaked out by what they saw. You know what I mean? Because what I saw was escalation. You know what I mean? I did. Like, that's what I saw was two sides that are really pissed off that are escalating. And, you know, man, like, this is where things can go down. This is where, like, you see stuff like the anti-fascist fascists. That's where you see them, like, clashing with Proud Boys. You know, in the U.S., you see things like this that start small like this. And so how about we come together as a community and shame and condemn this kind of behavior, man? How about you either share this video, or if I'm too, you know, wacky, wild, bad man red pill for you, how about you just like make a post on Facebook saying that you don't appreciate this?
Fuck you! With a deep-seated passion! Everything I have in my body! Fuck you! I don't need it.
Yes.
Like, you guys screen record that, share it out, tell people what's going on, and like, don't lie, don't slander, don't, you know what I mean? Don't like, don't get crazy, but like screen record that and send it out, man, because people should know what these, I love calling them health experts because it's hilarious, but like, dude, these people are like out of control. Jack wants me to play it again. I can't help it. I gotta play it.
With a deep-seated passion! Everything I have in my body! Fuck you!
Where's your mask, Heather? Jack wants me to keep playing it. Jack loves it. I knew he'd love it, man. This is like Christmas for Jack, man. This is like Jack's favorite thing. I gotta play it again.
Fuck you! With a deep-seated passion! Everything I have in my body! Fuck you! I don't need it.
Like, which side of the street do you want to be on? Because this is what authoritarianism looks like. This is what medical tyranny looks like, man. This is what bloated government looks like. Dude, like, vote for your libertarians and get us out of this mess, dude. Because people like that will get in power. They will, man. People, like, a lot of people think like that. And people that think like that try to get power. You know what I mean? Like, this Heather Friesen chick is out of control, man. And she's anti-freedom. Like, and this is the point I really want to drive home, is that nobody on our side of the street wants to make you do anything. They don't want to make you do anything. So liberate Canada, man. Let the people be free. Let them be brave. Let them live free. Let them take their vitamin D and hug their family. Every single nursing home resident has been vaccinated in this province, okay? The rest of us can cope. We can deal with this. We can go back to normal, man, and there will be problems. There will be problems, but there's problems any way we go, okay? And we, like, I don't want to live like this forever, man. Everybody that's at risk has been vaccinated. Now, that's not entirely true, but it's mostly true, okay? So how about, since we're like, 11 months into this thing, 10 months into this thing, and, you know, you got your China puppet in office in America, how about we go back to normal, okay? Because, like, what good is a vaccine if it doesn't work? Like, how about the rest of us just focus on going to gyms that are open and breathing freely and working out and going for runs and eating healthy and taking vitamin D and hugging our friends and being brave? How about now we do that? Because we've been isolating, we've been sanitizing, we've been masking, we've been doing these things for a long time. How about we liberate Canada? You know what I mean? And we roll the dice and we go back to freedom, man. How about that? How about that? And how about anybody who wants to wait for that vaccine does that and they stay home and you let the rest of us live free. You let the rest of us be liberated. And if you're afraid, then stay home, man, because we've got the data. We know who's at risk. We don't need to rob the children of their childhood anymore, man. We don't need to, like, muzzle the population. We don't need to isolate everybody. We don't need to isolate the seniors. Let's just be brave, man. Let's come together. Let's vote for libertarians because they're the only ones with the balls to march with people like me. They're the only ones with the balls to talk about the central bank. They're the only ones with the balls to tell the truth when they know that the media will lie about them, man. So if you guys are, I'm going to wrap this thing up. We're going to transition into the Jack Clausen Show on the Jack Clausen Radio Network. If you guys like my show, all audio is on the Jack Clausen Radio Network. Don't listen to Jack's show. He's a bad man. He's a bad, nasty man. Unless you like 1990s, serious, like straight up shock jock, offensive radio. He's hilarious, man, in my opinion, but a lot of people hate it. But dude, it's a free speech network. That's what it's all about, man. And I got a lot of love for Jack. My listeners got a lot of love for Jack. Check out Thought Crimes, THOT. That's Karen 1776's show. That's a hilarious thing to say. And buy Misfortune Cookies, man. Buy Misfortune Cookies. Look up David Kopp on Facebook or misfortunecookies.ca. Ask him, have you heard of the Redpill rapper? And you'll get 10% off, man. That's it. And smash your television, man. Smash your television. Just be brave, live free, take your vitamin D, and hug your family. And have conversations with people, man. Talk to people and just like stop living as slaves, man. Stop living as slaves. I love you guys. And you know what? I think my good friend Heather said it best when she said this.
With this deep-seated passion, everything I have in my body, fuck you! I don't need it.
Yes. Don't be an ass! Wear a mask! 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 Don't be an ass! Wear a mask!
24 hours. Nothing's done. Nobody looks at it. Nobody reviews it. And then every country in the world will follow this.
Did you ever try giving
Despite the fact
I've been over there.
that the inventor and everybody associated with it has said that the PCR test was flawed and did not.
Morning.
At least Alex Jones is actually interesting. Step it up, buddy.
And they throw it in the primers are
You
accepted.
could be at home watching Alex Jones in the warmth of your own comfortable house. Actually entertained, instead of just listening to this dollar. Like, at least get a better taste in your propaganda, please.
If you do it 20, you have a million. If you have 30 times, you get a billion. 20 times, you get a trillion times. And that's the major problem with the PCR test, is that by exponentially and duplicate it so many times, you duplicate all the garbage.
Boring!
Another problem with many of the viruses is
The main problem is you're so dull.
decompose in RNA. So they convert that to DNA to do the test. And then you have problems there because they have got transfer errors as well.
If you're gonna be a public speaker, maybe you should actually have something to say. Just an idea.
When you run the test, it's 35 pounds. You get a 97% error. And when it's PCUs, they use 35 to 40 cycles.
What? 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 What?
Man, these guys know their science.
What? What? I don't like the love you're spreading. Because it's got the COVID in it.
Man, these guys know science. Health experts here.
Discovered that if you want to that vaccines help You can know the people don't like what you're saying either. And it works both ways. Start making all kinds of garbage.
You're asking who pays me while you propagate propaganda from oil billionaires. The irony is amazing.
That's it. And the real estate votes, that's all it's about.
If we weren't collectivists, we would have all just died in the woods. You realize creating a society is literally the only good thing humans do. Compare us to a bunch of fucking animals like we're useless on our own.
This is one study that found that the cutoff section.
Is that from your big oil money propaganda machine, you free-thinking piece of shit? Yes, I'm a communist. I am a communist. At least I actually own it, unlike you fucking neo-fascists. I'm at least honest about my opinion. I don't got a dog whistle.
What they're doing is wrong. Every aspect. So when they first did the original model, they're completely wrong. All the way through the test, calculating statistics, every aspect is wrong. And why would
Every aspect of what you say is wrong. All you do is hypocrisy and projection. It's really, really trite.
that they knew what they were doing was wrong, and they were going to have their butts sued.
Have you been coming here?
I'm surprised no one's challenged.
Don't be an ass.
Wear your mask. Don't be an ass. Wear a mask. Don't be an ass. Wear a mask. Don't be an ass. Wear a mask. Do you think you're big and important with your tiny little camera? Do you think I give a shit you're recording me? What do you think you're accomplishing? Nothing. The fuck out of here. Did I threaten you?
That was a request, you dumbass. What's the difference?
Get on your side.
Don't feel sick. And it's not good.
So you're a communist?
85 to 90% of the people never go to the feedback. The only other two are the people who are all over the
Oh, really? So you admit to stalking her, huh? You're stalking her, huh?
Stalker! 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 Hell yeah, man! Keep up fascism! Wow! Holy shit! Are you pro-fascism? No! Hey, come here! Are you pro-fascism? What's your problem with Antifa? If you're not Antifa, you're pro-fascism!
Ferguson.
No fascism allowed here!
Die if they get hurt again. Only 5,000.
And what you have.
That we have every year with the free.
If you think Antifa's an insult, you are a fascist sympathizer. It's literally that simple.
Now turn here. And now they're coming up with alleged new strains.
It would be over if you wore your mask. That is the most ironic part, you delusional sack of shit.
Staying at home. Going not doing anything.
Think of others, not yourself. Think of others, not yourself.
Has been a test, and a massive test, nationally, internationally, to see who would comply, who would be stupid enough to just do what they're told, without doing any research whatsoever.
The irony is amazing. You are literally so beyond parody.
So, some people like getting told what to do.
I'm an anarchist.
Like doing research.
They were carrying a sign
And you look at the people with goggles and masks,
down on the highway.
shields
Have you
on,
seen it before?
and look at us.
Between
Only government stooges wear seatbelts. It's a big conspiracy to make you wear seatbelts. Prove your freedom by not wearing any seatbelts. fucking stupid you sound.
Just fighting hugs and kisses and all the friendship. Instead of the gun.
You have no friends. That's a lie.
So what the hell is going on?
What? What? What?
Oh, there it is again! There it is again! What?
So the United Nations and the World Health Organization comes up with this alleged pandemic, and everybody else just follows. In Italy, when they had the alleged massive amount of cases back earlier this year, they were doing 45 cycles. That's why they picked up so many people that allegedly had COVID. With the virus, if the PCR test,
With the deep-seated passion! Everything I have in my body! Fuck you! I don't need it.
Yes, I am a commie. I am glad to come explain to you what communism actually is. Feel free to ask any questions. And capitalism is a fucking joke. You literally don't know anything, and it's kind of funny. If it weren't for all the people you engage in.
And hospital staff are being laid off because there's no work.
Bullshit!
There's nobody in the hospital that has the coronavirus.
Bullshit!
And you're just doing your best to change that, aren't you, buddy?
Not true.
Why do people continue?
Liar!
I have family who are
Look at the
hospital
people across
staff.
the street. I'm not going to dwell on them, but why do they that say, here's all the science?
Look like drones.
Why are we the only ones that have the science to back us up?
You don't! You literally just lie!
We are the ones that have the information. We are the ones that have the knowledge.
Lies! Random Facebook articles aren't proof!
Because they said the test can't be relied on.
Show me a single peer-reviewed study that you actually backs up anything you say. Not just some random articles.
Portugal and said don't
completely off the edge. I mean, China with the Uyghur situation and all these kind of things.
Can you guys come defend my freedom of speech, please? Could you freedom of speech warriors come defend my right to swear? Or are you all hypocrites?
Yeah, I had the Libertarian leader of the, in Ontario, Libertarian Party leader. I had him on my show and we were talking. And we.
What? 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 Is it so? I'm an anarchist, you dumb shit.
4.5 letters, man. I'm coming down. If you're an anarchist, you wouldn't be standing on that side of the street.
I'm an anarchist that knows how to not catch COVID. It's possible. What? 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 How free are you when you're on a ventilator, you dumb? Are you kidding me? I thought you guys knew science. What? 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 What?
All you're doing is saying what?
What? What? What?
We can't hear you!
Yes, look at me, I'm beautiful.
He's trolling you. That guy with the megaphone is a troll.
What?
Troll.
What?
Troll.
What? 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 Literally half of you look like you're on life alert. You should probably wear a mask. Excuse me, what's that, Karen? Karen, can you please speak up, Karen?
Why not?
There's bacteria in your brain worms.
We got as much rights over there than over here.
Well, you guys have successfully infiltrated the radical hug enthusiasts. This man says masks don't work. I think he's onto something, hey? Look at all these maniacs. They're crazy, they're out of control. Defund that media! Defund that media! Woo! Hey, Chris Solnut, what do you think, man? Hey.
Gotta breathe some freely.
Ooh, we like that.
O2. No more fear, bud.
Hey, that's what we like to see. Spread love.
Spread love.
Hey, you sound like those guys across the street, man.
Oh, those guys are hilarious, man.
Health
They
experts.
just need a hug.
That's it, man. But you can't. They listen to the government.
Huh?
How you doing, man? Doing good.
You guys please turn the music down.
Oh, I think we're only here for another. It's snowing and we're still out here. Radical hug enthusiasts. It's not our fault. We all read 1984 and figured it out, man. Look at all these radical hug enthusiasts, man. They're crazy. Oh, very nice. Normal, healthy people. Woo! All this fear, it's making me sick. Someone get me my antibody vaccine. Woo! Honk if you love freedom. Woo! Oh no, a virus. Burn that Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Charity's the only way to stop the virus, right? Woo! Yup. Log. Yup. So these are Liberty bars. Lockdowns left me with a few scars. Couple on my head, but none inside my dome. Try to sanitize me, I don't think so. I'm trying to take much better care of my gut biome. I'ma run another mile with a big smile, cause I'm out here acting all wild. We the freedom people, we don't like it mild. Our women work hard and our men don't take breaks. When it gets hot, we just jump up in the lake and we can wrestle rattlesnakes. And we don't waddle, we race, keeping it at a fast pace. Unless you catch us Sunday morning, we say grace. And our leaders pulled a stunt, it was a disgrace. Put a diaper on your face, don't you dream chase. And don't you dare talk about those fucking death rates. Don't you think about the debt that's gonna inflate. Now you better buy some toilet paper just in case. 1, 2, 3, 4, leave your rights at the door. 5, 6, 7, 8, tyranny you can't escape. 9, 10, 11, 12, I'm just here to ring my bell. We the people been through hell, what are they cooking, what's that smell? The more they test, the more they say. We just hit our second wave, I'ma reply with a K. If you got that muzzle on your face, like you're looking at disgrace for your virtue signaling, I'm just trying to say that it's not okay. They took our rights away, they took the guns away. BLM's okay, and corporate's okay. But don't you even think about it protesting that whole COVID quarantine lockdown thing. Cause the liquor stores are open and the churches, they are closing. And the government is bloating from that CERB money flowing like it's so fulfilling. I don't work for a living, I just get my shilling from my government giving. So I'm so forgiving that my home's foreclosing. Next lockdown's gonna be so boring, cause I got no Netflix while I'm snoring. And I got no TV tricks for my programming. Like, what am I supposed to be afraid of today? Like, I don't wanna think, will you just tell it to me? I don't wanna feel okay, I just wanna feel afraid. That way I don't ever have to use my fucking brain. So take away my liberty and take away my guns. Take away my freedom and please take away my fun. Take it away from everyone and hide me from the sun. Fauci told me major ouchie if I hug my son. So 1, 2, 3, 4, leave your rights at the door. 5, 6, 7, 8, tyranny you can't escape. And 9, 10, 11 call me boss, cause I'll be there for me. Hair's going gray, I need some just for me. I need my back cracked, I need an adjustment. Now come join me up in the firmament. Mitch Murphy.